faithfully delivering value and interpreting great books from around the world. Hello, this is Sally's Book Club. Today we're exploring the book titled Deep Sea Secrets. Since ancient times, the ocean has drawn countless explorers with its mysterious allure. Those treasure-laden shipwrecks never fail to spark boundless imagination. Our book's protagonist is the World War II-era Black Ghost submarine. How much do you know about submarines? Share your thoughts in the comments section. In 1945, German U-boat U-869 was sunk off Africa by Allies, yet found decades later near America's northeast coast. Why the discrepancy in historical records? What secret mission diverted this submarine from its course? This remains one of WWII's greatest unsolved mysteries. Author Robert Kurson, an American writer with philosophy and law degrees from Wisconsin and Harvard, was a columnist for Chicago publications and published award-winning works in Rolling Stone, New Times Magazine, and Esquire. He interviewed first-hand witnesses and researched archives to craft this account. This 250,000-word, 15-chapter book became a Random House bestseller upon its 2004 release and spent years in Amazon's top 10. The book chronicles two explorers' 7-year quest to identify the submarine while explaining deep-sea technology's risks. We'll explore the book through two key questions. First, what constitutes deep-sea exploration? Second, how was this submarine discovered? All right, let's begin with deep-sea exploration. Deep-sea exploration involves humans pushing boundaries through measurement, surveying, and discovery in ocean depths. Two primary methods exist: scuba diving and submersible diving. The deepest scuba dive record stands at 332.35 meters. Egyptian diver Ahmed Gabra set this in the Red Sea, 1914. Deeper exploration requires submersibles. In 1960, Swiss explorer Jacques Piccard reached the Mariana Trench's Challenger Deep at 10,916 meters in the Bathos Cape Trieste, setting humanity's deepest record. Scuba diving emerged in the 1950s. The invention of air tanks and breathing regulators made underwater respiration possible. With this scuba equipment, divers can freely descend to explore the underwater world. By the 1970s and 80s, this activity became hugely popular in Europe and America, attracting growing numbers of enthusiasts. Anyone interested in diving must complete training courses to obtain certification, but the proof is generally open water dives from 0 to 40 meters are considered recreational diving. Dives beyond 40 meters or in enclosed spaces like caves and shipwrecks fall under technical diving, the realm of deep-sea exploration with greater dangers and challenges, often called adventurers' exclusive domain. The most renowned dive site is Belize's Great Blue Hole in the Caribbean. This deep blue circular water appears like the ocean's pupil when viewed from above. Over 300 meters in diameter and approximately 120 meters deep. Its internal geological formations are complex. Massive stalactites, stalagmites, and diverse shark species create an environment where beauty coexists with peril.
Meanwhile, Egypt's Blue Hole is considered Earth's deadliest dive site.
Nicknamed the Divers' Cemetery, over 100 divers have reportedly perished there. So what dangers do deep-sea divers face? The primary hazards stem from pressure changes, nitrogen narcosis, and decompression sickness. First, nitrogen narcosis. At surface pressure, air contains 21% oxygen, satisfying bodily needs, 78% inert nitrogen, and 1% trace gases. But underwater, pressure increases by 1 atmosphere, approximately every 10 meters. This causes exponentially increasing concentrations of both oxygen and nitrogen in the air divers inhale. Quick note, scuba tanks typically contain regular air, not pure oxygen. Inhaling excessive oxygen concentrations can cause nervous system toxicity. Hence, tanks maintain approximately 21% oxygen and 78% nitrogen. Greater depths and longer dives increase nitrogen accumulation in fatty and neural tissues, disrupting nervous system function and causing intoxication-like symptoms. Some compare it to anesthesia effects or ether inhalation reactions. In shallower waters, Nitrogen narcosis symptoms are milder: slowed judgment, reduced finger dexterity, and tunnel vision. As depth increases to 40 meters, reactions intensify significantly. Most divers experience physical deterioration. Some report full body numbness, barely managing basic tasks like knot tying. At 50 meters, hallucinations begin, lobsters calling names or waving. By 60 meters, deafening drum sounds may occur. Nitrogen narcosis distorts perception. Losing a dive knife feels catastrophic, escalating into overwhelming dread. Conversely, actual emergencies like air depletion or lost anchor lines might seem trivial. Inhaled nitrogen causes another critical issue: decompression sickness. During ascent after deep dives, nitrogen releases from tissues into blood. Release speed determines whether divers get decompression sickness or die. Slow ascents allow gradual pressure reduction. Nitrogen forms tiny bubbles that travel via blood to lungs for safe exhalation.
But rapid ascents cause sharp pressure drops, forming large nitrogen bubbles in tissues.
Extravascular bubbles compress tissues and block blood flow. Spinal or brain bubbles cause paralysis or death. Numerous large bubbles reaching lungs halt pulmonary function, causing suffocation. Arterial bubbles cause embolisms leading to blindness, unconsciousness, or death. To prevent this, deep-sea divers perform decompression stops at scheduled depths to safely expel nitrogen. Stop depths and durations are precisely calculated by scientists. Example: a 25-minute dive at 60 meters requires 1 hour of ascent time. First, pause for 5 minutes at 12 meters, then slowly ascend to 9 meters for 10 minutes, 6 meters for 14 minutes, and 3 meters for 25 minutes. Longer and deeper dives require more decompression time. A 2-hour dive can require up to 9 hours of decompression. Later, technological advances introduced helium, nitrogen, oxygen gas mixtures to reduce narcosis and shorten decompression stops. Yet deep-sea diving remains extremely dangerous.
This danger multiplies when targeting shipwrecks.
Shipwreck diving occurs in enclosed environments where overhead structures prevent direct ascents, forcing divers to locate exits. Wreck interiors feature twisted corridors. Collapsed ceilings block stairways with holes often inverted, tilted, or partially disintegrated. This demands exceptional spatial memory to avoid getting lost. Absolute darkness prevails inside wrecks, illuminated only by dive lights, but silt clouds visibility. A single diver's movement can stir silt, reducing visibility to zero. Exhaled bubbles disturbed overhead silt, rust, or oil droplets in the water. Oil forms fog-like films on masks, blinding divers. Worse, exposed cables, pipes, and rods from the sinking process create entanglement hazards. Corroded structures may collapse if touched, triggering catastrophic failures. For many, wreck interiors are terrifying, making deep-sea wreck diving one of Earth's most dangerous pursuits. Of 10 million certified U.S. divers, only hundreds dare explore deep-sea wrecks, like this book's protagonist. John Chatterton, a deep-sea wreck diver, previously featured in Shadow Divers. There, he located a mysterious 17th century pirate wreck. Chatterton worked on scallop boats for 2 years, sparking his fascination with underwater artifacts. Soon after, he decided to become a commercial diver. After completing a 4-month training course, he joined a commercial diving company in New York Harbor, working as an underwater construction worker. His work in silt-filled structures, demolishing concrete or welding rusty pillars in low visibility, honed Chatterton's extraordinary spatial awareness and imagination. His mind and body could perceive surroundings like eyes, earning him the reputation of a diving prodigy. Based in New Jersey, Chatterton spent his free time diving the famous Andrea Doria wreck, accessing impossible areas and becoming one of the East Coast's elite divers. The book's other protagonist, Richie Culler, was also a master deep-sea wreck diver. Kohler grew up fishing and diving with his father, who told him stories of shipwrecks and submarines. Fascinated by World War II history, he devoured books and crafted realistic weapon models. In high school, he took diving classes, realizing his dream of underwater exploration. As an adult, he pursued wreck diving fearlessly, exploring decaying ships. He navigated collapsing cabins and zero-visibility zones, recovering artifacts others couldn't find. It joined the Atlantic Wreck Divers Organization, learning techniques, ship structures, accident analysis, and survival methods from experts. In 1991, diver captain Bill Nagel approached Chatterton about exploring a new wreck site. A fisherman had tipped off Nagel. Wrecks commonly attract fish to surrounding waters. Wreck wood and steel create ecosystems. Microorganisms attract small predators, which draw larger ones. Located 100 kilometers off New Jersey's coast in 60-plus meter depths, this massive wreck hosted exceptionally plump tuna, bass, and cod. This wreck might be a merchant vessel. New Jersey waters border major shipping lanes between New York and New Jersey, frequented by cargo ships and ocean liners. It could also be a decommissioned garbage scow. Years ago, municipalities filled old sailing ships with trash and scuttled them haphazardly. So what exactly was this wreck?
And how was its identity discovered?
This brings us to the book's second part. In September 1991, Nagel sailed with 13 divers, including Chatterton. After 6 hours, they reached the site where sonar showed a wreck at 70 meters depth. Only Chatterton could dive that deep, so he made the first reconnaissance. The hole appeared smooth, covered in white and orange anemones. He spotted an angled hatch, followed by tail fins, propellers, and a torpedo, completely intact. Recognizing a submarine, Chatterton deduced from marine growth and metal corrosion it was likely West War I era, news that electrified the diving team. The discovery spread rapidly through wreck diving circles, attracting more submarine enthusiasts. From 1991 to 1993, divers made 14 expeditions to explore the sub. Its era and model emerged, 76 meters long, buried at 70 meters, with the shallowest point at 64 meters, featuring a rounded hull and blunt bow angled downward. The streamlined stern had a horizontal top, while the collapsed conning tower lay in the sand. A hull breach showed steel plates bent inward from massive external impact. Peering inside revealed ruptured pipes, machinery, valves, switches, and tangled hanging cables. Artifacts confirmed it was a WWII German U-boat. Chatterton first found a white plate bearing an eagle, swastika, and date in a cabinet. Divers then recovered numerous Nazi-marked items: a silver-plated fork, pressure gauge, and escape gear including life vests, oxygen tanks, and breathing apparatus. The oxygen tank bore a pressure test date of 15.44, indicating the submarine sailed after April 15, 1944, with a confirmed IXC classification. Germany built these IXC-class submarines during the 1930s to 40s for oceanic patrols and attacks. 4 torpedo tubes at the bow, 2 at the stern. This configuration matched IXC design specifications. Chatterton discovered a tabloid-sized bent aluminum plate in the torpedo room, engraved with submarine machinery schematics. The engraving's footer read, IXC type Deschimag Bremen, confirming manufacture at Germany's Deschimag shipyard. Post-War I outbreak, Germany and allies clashed in an unprecedented Atlantic battle. Britain, America, and Canada shipped food, fuel, metals, and weapons via convoy routes. Germany deployed U-boats to destroy Allied transports and sever Britain's supply lines. These weren't true submarines by modern standards. They were surface vessels that could submerge briefly. Most operations occurred above water. Diesel-powered, they surfaced nightly to recharge batteries. Limited equipment prevented extended submersion. They only dove to evade ships, planes, or bad weather. Early war U-boats lacked sonar, requiring extended periscope depth patrols for visual tracking. Targeting enemy ships required precise measurements before torpedo launch. Torpedoes were prohibitively expensive and notoriously inaccurate. Against fast targets, crews often abandoned torpedoes for deck gun attacks. Ineffective Allied anti-submarine tactics let Germany's U-boat fleet dominate the Atlantic early on. October 1940, Germany sank 66 Allied ships at the cost of 1 U-boat. First half of 1942, U-boats massacred American ships along the undefended East Coast, Gulf, and Caribbean, using torpedo ambushes, In the latter half, they crippled over 600 American ships at the cost of just 6 U-boats. From late 1942 to early 1943, German U-boats mercilessly slaughtered Allied convoys in the Atlantic, inflicting unbearable losses of ships and supplies. Starting in 1943, the Allies reversed their defensive posture. The U.S. Navy deployed destroyer escorts for submarine hunts, while equipping aircraft and ships with radar. Even at night or in storms, surfacing U-boats could now be detected remotely by radar and targeted. Allied vessels also used sonar to scan nearby waters for submarine traces. The deadliest blow came from Allied codebreakers cracking German ciphers. Early in the war, Germany used the Enigma machine, capable of 150 quintillion, 1.5 to the 19 combinations, considered unbreakable. Polish cryptanalysts had researched this cipher for years. Teams of cryptographers, Egyptologists, linguists, and chess masters worked for months, aided by the world's first programmable computer. Ultimately, with covert intelligence operatives' help, Enigma was cracked. The Allies intercepted German communications and ambushed U-boats. By May 1943, Germany's submarine force was devastated, retreating from key Atlantic routes. World War II statistics: Germany built 1,167 U-boats, lost 830, a 70% casualty rate. Over half sank in North Atlantic shipping lanes and British waters. Despite mass production, wartime metal shortages forced Germany to use cheap scrap metal for instruments that corroded rapidly underwater. Chatterton's team hoped to find identity markers on instruments, but only recovered intriguing artifacts: bowls, cologne bottles, leather boots, telegraphs, binoculars, flares, a medical kit, and one valuable dinner knife engraved Horenberg. Chatterton and Kohler consulted extensive records and experts to uncover Horenberg's background. Martin Horenberg was a senior radio operator whose final patrol was aboard U-869. German submarines were designated with U prefixes followed by numbers. This submarine was originally destined for America's East Coast, specifically New Jersey waters. After patrol, headquarters ordered it to Gibraltar, where it was sunk by Allies in 1945, killing all 56 crew. Submarine historian Robert Kopic concluded it likely never received new orders, maintained course to America, consistent with U-869's route, and combined with Horenberg's knife, strongly suggested this was U-869. Built at Deschamag Shipyard in Bremen, Germany, its hull was painted gray. This color provided optimal dawn and dusk camouflage. Olympic rings on the conning tower marked the captain's 1936 naval graduation, the Berlin Olympics year. U-869 was commissioned on January 26, 1944. 26-year-old Captain Neuenberg commanded the crew through 2 weeks of shore training, followed by months of Baltic Sea drills. The sub's interior was crammed with instruments, dials, pipes, and wires, reeking of fresh paint and gasoline. Crew adapted to diesel fumes and engine roar. They mastered regulations, duties, and crew coordination. They practiced crash dives, complex maneuvers combining sharp turns and rapid descents. From March to October 1944, U-869 underwent 5 inspections. During inspections, the crew demonstrated swift coordination, the captain's calm leadership, and precise torpedo strikes, exceptional performance. In early December, U-869 departed on its patrol mission. After resupplying in southern Norway, it entered the Atlantic, ordered through Iceland-Faroe Straits, but facing heavy Allied patrols. Captain Neuenberg detoured via Denmark Strait to protect his crew. Neuenberg's actions weren't encouraged. Each day delayed meant one less combat day. U-869's detour cost at least 5 extra days. This left only 14 days in its 100-day patrol for East Coast operations, far too low a return. Headquarters thus diverted U-869 to Gibraltar for closer African operations. For communication security, subs never confirmed orders after receiving them. Therefore, headquarters assumed U-869 was Gibraltar-bound.
But due to equipment failure or weather, U-869 never got the order and maintained course to America.
By early February 1945, U-869 reached America's east coast and went silent. Then why do records claim U-869 was sunk near Gibraltar? Archives show U.S. attacks near Gibraltar in February 1945 caused no damage. Post-war analysts reviewing German U-boat losses assumed their attack hit U-869 near Gibraltar and amended records. While the mystery was largely solved, Chatterton and Kohler sought concrete wreck evidence to confirm its identity. Their submarine obsession made them neglect their families. Both marriages suffered, and exploration stalled until 1997 when they restarted. A diver who'd identified other subs gave them a crucial tip.
The motor room spare parts box must have an ID tag, but access was blocked by a massive fuel tank, leaving only a ceiling gap.
Tank-wearing divers couldn't enter, so Chatterton devised a bold plan. Remove tank in the passage, hug it, then reattach.
Inside, he first videotaped the compartment for later analysis.
After 3 test dives in August 1997, Chatterton re-entered the motor room to search for the parts box. He found a spare parts box slightly larger than a shoebox, but it was jammed tight by a high-pressure oxygen tank, immovable. Striking the tank's top with a hammer loosened it. Chatterton retrieved the box whose label read U-869. This time, they'd finally proven the submarine's identity. So how did U-869 sink? The prevailing theory suggests it was sunk by its own torpedo. Torpedoes came in 2 types: standard models following set paths, and acoustic ones homing in on propeller sounds, both prone to circular runs that could return to the launching sub. Experienced captains detected circular torpedoes early by their distinct high-decibel propeller whine. Based on sound, captains would order emergency dives or course corrections to evade impact. But complex underwater conditions could delay detection until evasion was impossible. U-869's damage suggests a circular torpedo struck its conning tower's base.
That central impact likely blew open hatches, flooding the entire sub within 30 seconds.
Within a minute, it sank with all hands, the tragedy masked by ocean waves, unnoticed. After confirming U-869's identity, Kohler sought out crew members' families. He even contacted Hornberg's daughter, returning her father's knife to her. Chatterton continued exploring deep-sea wrecks. In 1998, he surveyed Titanic's sister ship Britannic off Greece. Using experimental rebreathers, he dove to 120 meters, nearing human limits at the time. In 2009, he located the 17th century pirate wreck Golden Fleece near Dominica. This became only the second positively identified pirate ship ever found. Despite these accomplishments, Chatterton never ceased exploring the ocean's buried mysteries. That's the allure of the deep. Forgotten histories still await discovery. What are your thoughts on deep-sea diving and exploration? Share your comments below. We'd love to hear from you. That concludes Deep Sea Secrets. Find show notes below. Until next time.